to the other runners. Set. Racing. Songbird out of gate 1, showing plenty of speed, and so is the newly blinkered Forever Darling. Between them, KK, and wider out is Bellamentry. Forever Darling having a little look for the lead. Songbird retaining it narrowly. Songbird on the inside has it by about a length now as they work out of the stretch past the 7/8 pole. She extends to a length and a quarter. Forever Darling relents and sits in second spot. In third position is Bellamentry. 2.5 lengths to KK. Mocat around the outside, and She's a Warrior last of all, past the 6 furlong marker. And it's Songbird in her first race day experience of a sloppy track, on top by a length and a half over Forever Darling with a similar margin. Bellamentry crossing to the rail third. They're followed by Mocat, who spots the champion, the filly, 5 lengths. A gap of 3.5 to KK, being joined on the outside by She's a Warrior. Along past the half mile in the Santa Anita Oaks, and it's Songbird making play. A little over 2 lengths from Forever Darling and 3 to Bellamentry. Mocat 5 lengths to She's a Warrior. KK is left floundering 6th and last. Songbird at the 3/8 pole enters the far turn by 4 lengths. In second spot is Forever Darling, then Bellamentry. Mocat running 4th, well clear of She's a Warrior. Songbird by 5 at the quarter pole. Songbird 5 lengths over Forever Darling, who's being worked upon by Pedrosa to very little avail, I would suggest. Then Bellamentry and Mocat at the head of the others from She's a Warrior, but towards the 8th pole comes Songbird, completely unfazed by the conditions. The lead is 5 or 6 lengths from Mocat, who's grinding home to make a race of it with Forever Darling for second, and then She's a Warrior. But Songbird is clear close to home. The result was a foregone conclusion, a long way from home. Songbird soaring to ever greater heights. She's now an Oaks winner. Mocat second, followed by She's a Warrior and Forever Darling.
That was about as easy as it gets. The sloppy track, no problem. Mike Smith never moved a muscle, it appeared, as she galloped around to victory.
Now, this wasn't the best field that she was facing. There was only one graded stakes winner in the field. However, this is the way she beats all of her competition. You see Jerry Hollendorfer, her trainer, walking up the tunnel there. Another beauty, Randy.
Yeah. About the only muscle that Mike Smith moved in the stretch was his neck muscle as he turned around to look at the big screen in the infield and see how close the competition was behind him. I mean, just coasting. This is the way she wins all her races. Now, the competition in this race was not up to the caliber that she'll see in the Kentucky Oaks, but the way she just keeps doing this over and over and over. And watch Mike there. A little glimpse.
Oh, yeah.
A little glimpse.
Check it out.
Huh?
He might have smooched to her with his lips a little bit. That's about it. I don't even think they should pay him for that.
Let's go to Jay with the trainer, Jerry Hollendorfer.
Jerry, you've seen this filly turn in some terrific performances, but what did you think of her effort today?
Well, a little anticipation with the mud. You know, you never know how a horse is going to handle it. She did everything beautifully, including get out of the gate real well and handled it perfectly. So now we know she has one other dimension.
Jerry, obviously, at the start of the year, you and owner Rick Porter said we're not going to consider the Kentucky Derby. It's not under consideration. You're going on to the Kentucky Oaks. But based on what she's done this year, is there any second thoughts over the decision that you committed yourself to earlier?
You know, I talked with Rick about that this morning. It just came up, and not as a plan, but we plan to keep thinking the way that we are and go from there. Next point race is the Kentucky Oaks, and that's the one we've been looking for. So we'll see what happens.
You've won that race 3 times. You think you can get a 4th?
I'd love to. I'll tell you that. It's not that easy, but we'd love to.
Jerry, congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Jay, so she won't run in the Derby, but we will see her the day before the Run for the Roses in the Fillies for the Lilies, the Kentucky Oaks. It will be something to see, no doubt. Songbird with another brilliant victory.